Hey, what's going on, everyone? And welcome to a delayed edition of the Child of Mecha live stream. I am your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. Welcome. Sorry for being a little delayed, but a kid minor emergency. No, not even an emergency, but it was like, for a kid, it's an emergency. An absolute end of the world. Anyway, Amber ordered some cosplay stuff on Amazon, and it didn't fit, unfortunately. So she found some other new stuff that she wanted to get, and I was just like, put a pause on it. Let's get a measuring tape. Take your measurements, and then you can get the right size. And of course, she didn't want to do that. She wants to order it now. And I kept telling her, I tried to reason with her. It's not going to make any difference if you order it now or if you order it tomorrow. After we get this stuff. After we get the measuring tape and take your measurements. She's like, You know how kids are, but hey, we're here now. We took an emergency field trip out to the local CVS and then Walgreens. Neither one of them are open. They closed right at 10. We were minutes late. And so then we had to go to a grocery store that was actually open until midnight around here. And they did not have a measuring tape. So, end of the world, right? But we're here now. We're going to get some masking done. Hang on one second, because I do want to show you one thing. So, one of the reasons that we ran out, and honestly, this wasn't like an important reason either, was to get this kind of the secret weapon in terms of masking and finishing and stuff like that. And it's not something that you would necessarily expect in terms of modeling, but trust me, they work miracles. So, right there. Oxy wipes, right? This is normally for acne. And mind you, I don't have acne. But I do have oily skin. So, these little fuckers help a tremendous amount when you want to avoid getting body oil and crud on your fingers onto a pristinely clean piece of your model, right? So the reason why I like these is, number one, it helps to dry your skin temporarily, and then it also has alcohol in here, so it helps to kind of keep it dry. But also, these little suckers also work great on your fingertips too. So, little dab around the nose area, right? Just like that. A little under the eyes, especially up on the forehead. Bada boom, bada bing. Now, obviously, this is not Makeup with Tim. That's a whole different show. That's my Twitch stream, and all that. But yeah, this. Look at that. Oh yeah, nice and clean, no body oil, nothing, right under the eyes. Woo! Perfect, right? Face is clean. Still has a use. Take your fingers, your fingertips, make sure you wipe those off too, right? Because you're working with clean pieces. You want to keep them clean, yeah? And it only takes a few seconds for this stuff to dry and evaporate. And you got clean digits, right? Obviously, wash your hands first, like I did before jumping on here, which quick, but still. These help a great deal keep everything just clean, right? So, Oxy wipes. Guys, seriously? Don't be afraid to do that, right? Don't be afraid to go and get these. Not a big deal. Anyway, we're here. It's Wednesday, you guys. It's the last stream of the week because Friday is Mechanism. So let's get this rolling here, shall we? If you are interested in the tools and materials that we use here on a nightly basis, Amazon link below here in the description. Hit that. I do get a bit of a commission based off the stuff that you buy, but it does not increase the cost for you. It just goes to help support what we do here. Tools and materials, books for inspiration, gear for photography and for streaming. If you're into that, I highly suggest checking out the link. We are adding stuff in there all the time. If you want to, oh, and we're rocking the classic tonight, just the, Chada Mecha logo tee. But if you want to get one of these or one of the other awesome t-shirts that we have on sale, hit up www.chadamecha.com, hit the store button up at the top. You will find this shirt and many more, like the Mecha Decal Insignia line, the Ace Pilot series, hats, prints of my work, all sorts of fun stuff in there. So go load up. And then if you really want to show your support for what we do here, and if you have the ability to do so, hit up the Chada Mecha Patreon. A lot of good stuff going on over there, giveaways, hangouts, exclusive posts, a lot more pictures and stuff like that I post over there as opposed to regular social media. So go check that out if you have the ability and inclination to do so. It would be greatly appreciated. And then as always, if you're interested in kits, tools, paints, accessories, Mecha Decals, sheets 1 and 2 and 3, those are all in stock and shipping now. 4 soon. Right down here, USA Gundam Store. Adam and the fine folks down there will definitely have what you need. So with that being said, let's go right away. Switch to camera 2. Let's get to masking. Where are the parts? Fuck, they're over there. Hang on. One moment. Un momento, por favor. I gotta get the rest of the parts off these clips so we can take a look at them. So hang on. Almost done. Maybe. Ay, ay, ay. Come on, damn it. Stupid. Don't be stupid, stupid. Jesus, jumped up Christ. Alright, here we go. This is what I get for having a kid emergency. Anyway, here's all of the parts that are ready to be masked, ready to go. We're gonna put these off to the side. These are the parts that I resprayed green because they had some splotchiness and stuff like that, right? So let's take a look at these here right quick and make sure that we are good to go with these, yeah? Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Much better. Much better. I like what I see already. Hopefully all of the rest of these are up to snub. Yep, good. Good. Man, that green is awesome. That's good. These little suckers here, the elbow parts, these were a mess before. And I cleaned them up and they're looking really nice right now. Especially the sides. The sides were just horrible. Because right in here was, in the original part before I glued these on, there was a molded in kind of recess here and I had to fill that out. And I guess I didn't do as good a job as I probably could have. And both of the pieces, both of the elbow parts were just horrible looking. Really bad, right? But now, looking at them, they look really pretty damn good and smooth. I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. That's excellent. That's excellent. And yeah, right here, there were two molded in recessed details here and here. But now, I mean, look at that. You can't even tell that, you know, there was anything there. It's just a smooth shoulder piece, which is really, really nice. That's all looking good. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far here, kids. Yeah. And see, on the skirts here, there was splotchiness on the field, you know, right here on the you know, the big open parts. And it's nice and solid, nice and opaque. That's what I like to see. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. That's perfect. Now, this. Okay, so this part right here had me a little worried. And yep, it's a little, we're gonna need to do a little bit of surgery here on this. Let's just see how this goes. Because one of the panel lines got filled in a little bit with paint here. Let's see if we can't fix that. Yeah, there we go. Focus. There we are. That's much better. Much better. This panel line right here was filled in a little bit with paint and stuff. Might have been dust, and the paint just kind of snowballed around it, you know. Same with right there. But now, that looks perfect. Sweet. All right, good deal. So, let's get to masking, yeah? All right, so this right here, this will be our done bin. Parts that are ready to go for basically, you know, clear coat and all that, right? So a lot of the inner frame is going to go into this done bin right away. You know, like the waist and torso. We're not gonna mask anything off here. This is just going to be a solid color. The inside of the chest, same thing. Inside of the legs, absolutely, both of them. The inside of the feet, yep, those are done. Don't want to mess with them. Inside of the backpack, 100%. That's done. Finito. Let's see here. What else can we throw in there? The joints, the inside of the arms. Those are done. Don't need them. Don't want to mess with them, right? And let's see. What else could we throw in there? Ah, yeah. The hip joints, right? Those can be done. This inside, this is the cockpit hatch hinge. That's finito, done. I don't want to mess with it. Don't want to see it anymore. There's the other waist hinge connector thing, whatever you want to call it. These are parts that don't need any masking or any secondary paint, right? These are ready for clear coat and decals after the fact, and panel lining and all that good stuff, right? What else? The parts of the hand, those are pretty much done. The inside of the shoulders, I'm not going to paint those any other colors. This is the wrist armor, you know, the wrist that goes around the ball joint and everything. Done with that. That's fine. Inside of the back skirt, actually, I do want to paint those thrusters. what else? What else can we throw in there? Oh yeah, we can throw the gun in there. I'm not going to paint the gun any other colors. I like the navy blue color that we chose for that, so that's the color it's going to stay, right? So all of this is all just, you know, foo-foo stuff. You know, like the chest vents, they can go in here. Those are ready for clear coating. Let's see, that's part of the rifle. The side armor for the backpack, that's fine. Inside of the knee armor, yep, that goes in there. That's perfectly good. You know, the more parts that we can separate out and get out of the way, the better it's going to be when it does come to masking and knowing what we have still yet to do, right? So if you can eliminate parts that don't need a secondary color and you can get them out of the way, then you can really focus, or at least I can really focus on you know, the parts that matter, right? So all these little things, these aren't, no, that's not gonna need a secondary color. That's not gonna need it. Nope. These aren't gonna need anything. The other hand, the back thrusters that we installed, those aren't going to need anything. The pistons, those aren't going to need any secondary colors. The shield hinge, nope, nothing there. The little side thrusters, nope. Just, you know, like I said, eliminate every single thing that you can, right? Eliminate it all that don't need secondary colors, and trust me, the focus and attention that you'll be able to have, like these little guys, these little focus, these little cross squares for the skirts and everything, get out of here. We don't need you in here. These little tiny vents, these little chest vents that go up on near the shoulders, yeah, those are done. These little inserts here for the legs, get out of here. The antenna, pfft, whatever. Actually, I take that back. I'm gonna paint the antenna 2 colors, and I think that'll look nice. All right, there's another square for the what you call it, the skirts and everything. Another square, the side of the vent, or the side vents. Let's see. I think that's pretty much everything at this point. It looks like it, anyways. I'm just picking out, you know, little foo-foo pieces here now that don't, you know, don't really matter. We'll catch them eventually, right? Yeah. All right, so look at this. We just eliminated pretty much, I don't know, maybe a third of the parts we just eliminated from having to look at on a nightly basis, and we can just forward these right along to clear coat, right? So let's see here. Ultraman Dyna's with us over there on YouTube. He says, what up, everybody? What up, Tim? I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you, Luis. Appreciate that. Calvin Branham's docking me 40 minutes of pay for being late. I'm sorry, dude. Had an emergency. Well, a kid emergency, right? Let's see. Brandon says, hey, George, that vent you posted is clean. It is. If you guys haven't seen old school Old School Gunpla, Mr. George's vent. It's awesome looking. High praise for that. Rami Bro says, do you sand the inner frame? Yes, I do. Especially where the inner frame is going to show, or if we did any modifications to it. 100% yes. Now, mind you, I don't go in and sand the whole thing. I don't go into like the little nooks and crannies and stuff like that, because if that's not being touched, you don't need to sand that, right? You don't. Especially if we wash the parts and everything, and give it a nice alcohol bath and all that stuff to where they're just pristine. So no, I'm not going to sand every little bit of it, because in my personal opinion, it doesn't need it, right? Especially since we're using a lacquer-based, or I should say solvent-based primer, which is, commonly referred to as a lacquer-based primer, that will bite into that plastic, and you shouldn't really have any problem as long as the surface is completely clean, which, like I said, if we took the steps to do that, should be fine, right? So, let's get some simple masking done tonight. Yeah, I think that is what the doctor ordered. So we're gonna focus on the upper legs here for right now, and we're gonna get these done. Basically, these are just gonna be micro panels, just little parts, little details that we're gonna be masking off. Because honestly, I really don't feel like doing any sort of like heavy lifting or anything like that in terms of the legs right now. And now that I look at it, okay, so check this out. Look at this. So this is a great example. Let me get you zoomed in there. This is a great example because these are the front of the upper legs. These are the back of the upper legs, right? And drastically different designs, right? Let's move these over so you can see, so they don't get cut off there. So the backs of the upper legs, in my opinion, are going to be the parts where the mechanics can get into the innards, for lack of a better term, of the legs, right? Because if you think about it, this particular mobile suit, the Quel, has this big fixed in place back skirt, which is going to provide a lot of protection for the backs of the legs. And you also have to think about that the backs of the legs are not going to be nearly as damaged or take nearly the brunt of abuse that the front of the legs are going to take, because the front of the legs are going to bend up and potentially crash into the front skirt, or get blasted or hit by other enemy mobile suits or enemy fire or debris or what have you, right? So in my personal opinion, this is not an expert opinion by any means, but in my personal opinion, the fronts of the legs should be more armored, right, than the backs of the legs. Hence, this is the difference between the two designs. So, what we're gonna do, the two fronts of the upper leg, these are actually, I'm gonna put these in the done bin because I'm not gonna give these a secondary color, right? George says, unless you get shot in the back by some coward, right? Fuckers. Good call, George. No, so these two are going to go directly to the done bin. I'm not going to do secondary colors on these at all. At least the front ones, right? The front ones. So, bloop, get out of here. You're done. So, the backs of the legs, now that we have these in focus, are going to get a little bit more extra treatment, right? So, you look down here at this kind of horizontal little micro panel, this 3-panel set right here. that's going to get a secondary color, because that is just that little hint of color that just can bring this whole thing to life, right? Also, too, this little horizontal deal right above the notches, that can get a secondary color as well. Now, if you really kind of wanted to get crazy and add more color to this, which I personally am not going to, you know, you could probably paint either one of these horizontal panels here. I personally don't think it's needed, because I think these two little pops of color, even though they're going to be gray, I think is going to set this off and make this look really, really good. And plus, too, you also have to think you're never going to see the tops of those upper legs, because unless the leg is bent up and you're looking at it like upskirt style, which I highly, not really a great look. But for the most part, these are going to be hidden behind the back skirts anyway, so what's it matter, right? So, with that being said, these will be our first victims of the night, and excuse me, we will get that going here real quick. Okay, so Vincent Lewis is with us. What's up, Vince? He's over there on YouTube. He said, "Hey, what's good, guys? How you doing, Tim?" We're doing good, man. Little bit of a delay tonight, not a big deal, no harm, no foul, but we're just getting into it. So got our tape here. This is going to be a very very easy masking job, because again, this is just going to be you know, straight lines, not a big deal. Now, if we learned anything from last time, make sure you use these and make sure you're taping accurately, right? Right across there. That looks really good. And we wrap the piece just like you would, you know, birthday, Christmas present, whatever. And then that way you can minimize the amount of overspray from the airbrush and everything. Okay. Nice. Okay, wrap that around there. Oh, and I should say, if you guys didn't see, George got his Mecha Army shirt, and it looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. So thank you, George. I appreciate you, brother. All right, so now the distance between the bottom of this micro panel here and the top of this micro panel here, I don't think is going to be 6 millimeters, because that's the thinnest tape that I have, that Tamiya makes. But let's just, because I think it's like about 5, maybe 4. Yeah, it's about 4 millimeters. So we're gonna have to custom cut a piece of tape for this, and we're gonna spin this around. We're gonna go to the 18 mil side, and we're gonna cut a piece of tape that will go between both of those, right? Duh. All right, so let's see exactly what we need here. So about a little under 4. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, because we can layer 2 pieces of tape over that gap, but if we can get away with one, that'll be much, much better, because we won't be wasting tape, right? So let's see if our measurements were anywhere near accurate. Hey, look at this. This might just be perfect. And it is. Booyah. All right. Wonderful. Whoa! Jesus, jumped up Christ. Oddmeister scared the shit out of me with the $10. Is that, wait a minute. Is that current? Or is what you call it, having flashbacks again. I bet this thing's having flashbacks again. Let me see. No. Huh. Yeah, no, I mean, that's weird. It's having flashbacks. Stupid thing. Anyway, no big deal. No big deal. Okay, anyway, I digress. George has got a question for us.
We have a question.
He says, you may have answered this in the past. Have you used any other masking tape, washi or frog tape? Not really. No. I will sometimes pull out the painter's tape for bases and stuff like that, but that's a rare instance. Rare instance. So no, I usually use Tamiya on pretty much everything. Yeah. George says, George has another question. Okie dokie.
We have a question.
He says, refresh my memory. What's the tape cutting mat available on your Amazon page? Yeah, this is just, it's literally just a 10 by 10 piece of plexiglass. And that's it. And honestly, I'm not 100% sure if it's on there. Let me see. I think it should be. If not, we can quickly, very quickly, change that. Why did it go to photography and stuff? Come on, go back, stupid. Oh, geez, it opened up like 3 instances. That's weird. All right. Here we go. Let's take a look, shall we? That's polystyrene. That's not what we want. That's acrylic. There we go. Yeah. It's by, let's see, Falcon Designs. It's a 10 by 10 acrylic / lucite sheet. It's a 1/4 inch thick. $12 on Amazon. So yeah, it is on there. It's by Falcon Design. So yeah, we have that one on there at very least. Now, do I have any others on there? I don't think that I do. Yeah, I think that's the only one. Yeah, so George, it is on there. It's by Falcon Design. It's $12. If you look at the, if you find the Zippo lighter fluid, it's right next to that. So yeah, you should be good. Should be in good shape. So, he says if you add to page, I'll add to my cart. Hey, it's already on there, brother. So go ahead, go for it. Pabs is with us over there on YouTube. He says dropping in to show some support. Get that masking done, Tim. See you tomorrow. Pabs, what's tomorrow? What are you doing? I don't know what tomorrow is. Anyway, Oddmeister says that was weird. LOL. Been having some weird stuff go on. Yeah. Well, it's the fucking I don't know if it's Restream or if it's Streamlabs. It may be combination. I don't know, but we've had instances where it does like flashbacks, and it's just weird because I was just like, wait a minute, Oddmeister's been. He's been on the Patreon for a while. What's up with that? So, I don't know. Anyway. George says, thanks, Brennan. Morley cannot shop Hobby Lobby, but I've used frog tape successfully. There you go. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. Luckily, I don't have any of those near me. Thankfully. All right. So let's get the rest of this piece taped up here. Should be pretty quick to do. Just like that. Again, just wrap that tape around to protect everything. Do the same thing for the other side, and then we'll do the lower bit here. Okay. Good there, good there, good there. Bada boom, bada bing. Excellent. And now we can just pop 2 little pieces of tape on the lower panel. And then this piece should be pretty much ready to go. Okay. That looks good there. Just make sure that this tape is pressed down appropriately so we don't get any any paint bleed under the tape, right? That's never fun. You pull this tape up and you think you have a perfect, pristine paint job and everything, and you see the paint ran under your tape and you're just like, ugh, heartbreak, right? Been there, done that plenty of times. Happens to the best of us. Okay. All right. So there's that. Let's make sure. Yeah, we're going to put 2 more pieces of tape just around the back edge of this because we want to, we still want to protect the edges from any sort of overspray and stuff. So we'll just put a little piece of 10 mil right over top of that and protect that, and that will be perfect. Okay, same thing on this side. Bada boom, bada bing. And there we go. All right, so that piece right there, that's ready to spray a secondary color right there, kids. Those 2 micro panels, that's all we're going to be painting on this, and when we pull this off, this will look really, really nice. So, in to the paint bin it goes. Let's see. Michael Dawson says critical builds is tomorrow, I think. I know, I was joking with Pabs. Obviously, he's no longer on here, or else he would have freaked out and been like, ah. Oh, there he is. Clean versus weather feedback. Wasn't sure if you were doing it, thus the question mark. Pabs, I'm joking. Of course I'll be there, as long as it's not a fucking Care Bear session again. George's got another question for us. Let's fire it up.
We have a question.
He says, do you detack tape prior to putting on painted or primed parts? No, I don't. Mainly because, again, since I used all solvent-based products, primer, paint, everything, the grip on those paints, especially with cleaning the parts thoroughly beforehand, the grip of that primer and paint onto those parts is going to be very, very high. That's why, again, I don't have any sort of qualms with doing this to all the parts. Now, that would mortify some modelers. Me, I have 0 qualms about it because I know that paint is super, super durable and it's not going anywhere, right? So, no, I do not detack because the tack on the Tamiya tape already is decent. It's fairly low-ish, but good enough to prevent paint bleed. So no, to answer your question, George, I do not detack any of the tape. Ultraman Dyna, Mr. Luis, he's got a question for us. Let's fire that up.
We have a question.
He says, Tim, I know that there are 3 types of finishing clear coats that one can use: gloss, semi, matte. So when should you use them? That's a good question. So for me, gloss coats should definitely be used before okay, rewind it. Gloss coats should be used after you're done all of your painting applications. Everything. 100%. When you're done with paint and you put your paint away, get at your gloss clear, gloss the entire thing. Because that's going to become a nice surface for your panel lining and also your decals if you're applying them. Water slide decals, mind you, I'm not a heathen and I don't use stickers. Get out of here. But yeah, so the gloss coat will help the panel lining fluid flow through the panel lines much better through capillary action. It'll also provide a nice flat base for your decals to help prevent silvering of those decals, because what silvering is it's actually small particles of air that are trapped underneath of that and prevent the decal from completely applying itself to the surface of that piece. So if you have a very smooth surface, like a gloss coated surface, the chances of those little particles of air getting trapped under there is going to be much, much less. It still can happen, mind you, it can still happen, but there are ways to help fix that and all that good stuff after the fact, so it's not a big deal. But gloss coat, definitely after you're done paint, in preparation for your decals and your panel lining. One other step that I do is after I've done panel lining and decals, I like to go with some gloss coat and just hit the decals just real quick, just to kind of seal those in and get those ready for you know, my grime stage, if you will. Now, not everybody does what I do and applies the Tamiya weathering powders on a gloss coat. Most will matte it and then remat and everything like that. But no, I like to apply the Tamiya weathering powders on a gloss coat. I feel they just gradualize much better, and the tones are much more subtle. And I feel that you have a little bit more control over those as well. So I actually apply to the gloss coat after the decals and everything. But in terms of semi-gloss and matte, those are going to be, you know, more likely your finish coats, right? You know, your top coats, if you will. And honestly, you can use either at that point if you want to go for a more kind of realistic, you know, militaristic look. Now, you could re-clear or re-gloss the entire thing, and if you wanted, you know, to go for a more artistic look, that's perfectly fine. You can mix different sheens together, so you can have some parts be gloss, some parts be flat. That's always a really cool look, especially if you are leaning more toward that more artistic flair. But you know, if you're going just, you know, scale model, kind of more on the realistic side, your semi-gloss, your flat, those are going to be, excuse me, those are going to be more your final top coats, right? I actually use semi-gloss, but I hold it back a little bit farther than you normally would, because what I find happens is that some of those clear particles will start to dry and cure in the air, and when it hits the surface of the model, it becomes this really kind of nice in between of flat and semi, because you do have to think about scaling, right? If you look at like a ship, you know, like a big cargo carrying ship or an aircraft carrier or something like that, and if you look at it and the light's hitting it the right way, you can still see a bit of reflection, a bit of sheen to it. But if you get right up onto it, I mean, it's the flattest thing, you know, you've ever seen in your life. So at scale, you know, when you're back a ways, it looks like it has a bit of sheen to it, right? So that's all the scaling effect. So that's why I like to use kind of a semi as my final top coat, because you can still get a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's still very, very flat. at the same time. It's odd, right? It's a bit weird, but it works for me. I like it. So hopefully that helps, Luis. He says, okay, that's what I thought. Thank you for the explanation. Dude, you're welcome. Anytime, man. Anytime. Let's see. Michael Dawson's got a question.
We have a question.
He says, since I'll be having my surgery next month, hope everything's good, Michael. What master grade do you suggest I work on during my recovery? Ooh. Michael, if you've got kind of a prolonged recovery, then I would suggest something beefy, something big. Maybe a Faz, maybe a Sazabi Verka, maybe a Psycho Zaku. Yeah, one of those. Maybe a Sananju Stein. It's one of my personal favorites. Obviously, Jesta. Dendrobium. Hey. Go for it, right? Go for broke. Yeah, something like that. If you're gonna be laid up for a little bit in recovery, I'd make the most out of it and kind of help, along with that stage of things. But if it's not gonna be that long, if you just want something simple, then yeah, man. Sniper, GM Sniper 2. GM Command, GM Cold District. You can't go wrong really with any of those GM Sniper 2 base kits. 4 to 6 weeks. Then shit. Yeah, go for broke, dude. Go Faz, go Sananju Verka, go Psycho Zaku. Shit, go Perfect Grade Exia or something like that. Yeah, make the most out of it. Or all of them. Hell, I don't know. But yeah, just, make it as comfortable as possible. That's what I would say. So hopefully your surgery goes well, Mike. George says, type of weathering used will also dictate what types of clear coats applied, where and when. Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. And like I said, you're not going to necessarily see a gloss coat on a weathered mobile suit, right? It just doesn't fit. It doesn't go together. But like I said, if you're going for more of an artistic style look, then yeah, go for broke. Go high gloss, right? Go damn near mirror finish, right? Mix up the sheens. Go partly gloss, partly completely flat, because it's fun. Right? And I've seen some really, really good models that have mixed the different sheens and stuff, and it can be really a good look, right? Some of the artistic builds that have been in GWC have used that, sheen combinations to really great effect. In 2016, when I went, my friend Dennis from where's Dennis from? Taiwan. He did the kind of the Nataku Dragon thing, and he did that. He mixed up the sheens. He had some parts that were very, very high gloss that had, I think he said, like 12 layers of paint and gloss to it, and just gave it this magical kind of amazing depth to it. And then he had some parts that were just straight flat coat, right? And the combination of the two just made the presentation, because it was more of a whimsical, fanciful type of build, and it just really, really worked. So if you're going for that, lean into it, go for it, right? So, but again, if you're going for more realistic, then keep that in mind, right? So, all right, back to it. Let's go. Where's the 12? Oh, there it goes. 18 millimeter. Here we are. Right there. And I swear we're going to get more than one piece done tonight. We got about another hour. So we got time to get more than one piece done. Thankfully. There we are. Alright, first piece is on. There we are. Second piece going down. Bada boom, bada bing. Yes, sir. There we are. Wrapped over top. Looking good now. Oh, son of a bitch. Don't you hate it when that happens? Your freaking masking tape comes apart like that. Anyway. Perturbs me. It's just perturbing. Whatever that means. Whatever it's worth. I'm vexed. It's like that scene out of Gladiator when Commodus was just like, he finds out that Maximus was still alive, and he's just like, why is he still alive? It vexes me. I'm terribly vexed. Just such a pompous, perfect scene for that character, you know? I'm terribly vexed. Yeah, well, you can be vexed. Get the fuck out of here, right? Anyway, Michael says, I'm getting my hernia worked on the 16th next month. It's going to suck for my brother since he'll have to do all the yard work. Hey, sorry, guy. Let's see. Riotous Axis 1 is over there on the good old Twitch. They say hello. What's going on? All right. But, yeah, so, real quick, and this is obviously a tangent from what the topic is, but if you've not seen Loki Episode 2, woo! It's a good one. It's a good one. I swear, the Marvel, the Disney Plus Marvel shows, they just keep getting better and better and better. I really don't think that they've had a miss on any of the Disney Plus shows so far. I really don't. I don't think they've had a miss. WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, now Loki. Whew. It's all been great. All right, this piece of tape is a little too fat, so we're gonna nix that. All right, we're gonna go a little thinner, 3.5 here. What up, Manny? As Julio would say. What up, Manny? Luis says, Mr. Ultraman Danny says, I just saw both episodes today. Oh, dude, that show is so good. Isn't it? Like, it's so on brand for Loki. Like, it's the perfect depiction for that character, right? Or at least that version of the character. Because we got to remember, he's not seen, he didn't take part in, any of the stuff after the first Avengers movie. So, he doesn't know about Ragnarok, he doesn't know about, didn't experience Thanos, Hela, any of that. So he's still that kind of super arrogant version of Loki. And I love it. I absolutely freaking love it. But it's, yeah, if you've not seen Loki on Disney Plus, man, it's so freaking good. So good. And honestly, Owen Wilson is knocking it out of the park with his character, Agent Mobius. Owen Wilson has become somewhat typecast as the guy that's just like, oh, right? But he kind of, I don't know, he kind of leans into it in this show, and it just works amazingly well. It's just great. Especially in the first episode where he's interrogating Loki for the first time, and he's just like, "You're pretty smart." And Loki's like, "Yeah, I know." And Owen Wilson's like, "Yeah, I know." It's just good. It's just good TV, man. It's just really good TV. Really good TV. Let's see. Let's get this wrapped here around the sides. Bada boom, bada bing. And there we go. And that piece is wrapped up, ready to go. There we are. All right, another one for the paint bin. All right, let's get caught up here. George says, haven't watched any of the Marvel shows yet. Older daughter wants us to finish the movie series first. That's fair. Let's see. Riotous Axis, just working on Zaku 2, drawing out lines for scribing. Nice. Having a bit of a difficult time drawing straight lines on the curved parts. Dude, I wouldn't worry too much about being accurate when you're coming up with your design. Just get the feel for it. To get the framework for it. And then you can kind of figure out the measurements and accuracy after that. Just get the overall design, and then you can fine tune it. That's what I would say. Sam L says, I was shocked to see him show up. I agree, he is doing well. Yeah, right. Oh, it's so great. Oh, it's really good, you guys. I'm not gonna bullshit you. It's really good. Really, really good. Alright, let's get some more masking done here. Some more simple stuff. That looks like a winner. That looks like a chicken dinner. These, I think, are going to be good. Actually, let's get this guy. Let's knock out some of the bigger parts here, yeah? These. That one. Where's its twin in here? You son of a bitch. Here it is. There we go. That one. And let's get a one-off here. One of these. And one of that little guy right there. Alright, cool. So, we got enough parts here. What time is it? Yeah, we got a little under an hour. I think we've got, a good parts mix here. And, like I said, most of this should be pretty damn simple to mask up. Because, for instance, this part right here. Focus. There we go. We're not going to do much to it other than mask off just this, this bit on the back. That's it, right? This part here, I'm just going to mask off this protrusion kind of bit here and this micro panel right here. Well, it'd be good if you guys could see that, right? Yeah, there you go. Just that top micro panel. That's all we're masking on that part, right? The green parts here, all I'm going to mask off are the two straps on the front here. Everything else is going to stay green. I don't want to go crazy with masking and painting different colors because I have to remember that we're going to be putting decals on this, and the decals will really set off any sort of added colors and stuff like that, right? So for like this part, really all I'm gonna do is mask off these little micro these little micro supports there that we added. Just those. That's all I'm masking in. It doesn't need anything more than that, because this is just a waste. And there'll be decals, dark gray decals on this piece. It's not worth it at that point. And this'll go over top of here, and it'll hinge and everything like that. And I think that'll look really good. All right, but first we're gonna get to this little guy right here, because again, this is like a little one-off piece, and this should be very, very simple, because all we're masking is this little half-round bit right here at the front. This is kind of the front of the collar portion. I don't know what you want to call it. This right here, the front of the neck or whatever, right? So we're just going to wrap this guy here, just on all those sides. And shit, there's 3/4 of the masking done on this part right there, right? Come on. But we're going to mask this little bottom section here. Right there. Finesse that up just a hair. Just like that. And then we'll just wrap this around here. Now, we're not going to wrap it up on top here, because I want the tape that we put on the sides here to mask off the side of this half round, right? All right, so to do that, I don't want to use a bigger piece of tape. Even the 6mm, I think, is going to be a little bit much for this. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a custom piece out of 10mm, but we're not using the width of the 10mm. We're using it as a length, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to cut out a piece, probably, let's go 3 mil. Yeah, I think that should be fine. 3mm by 10. We're going to cut 2 pieces, just like that. And then we'll apply these to the side of this half round here. Okay. So, shit. Be good if I could hold on to it, right? All right. So we're gonna get a half of that right up here on top of the part, and we are going to very carefully wrap this under, and the sides we're just going to pinch close, right? Because I don't want this tape to migrate on me, so we're just going to pinch it closed onto itself here, and that way it will protect the piece and should stay in place. Now, admittedly, this is a little bit trickier piece to mask, because the detail is so close to an edge, right? And we don't necessarily want the tape to move here, so you just need to be careful. Just need to be careful. Okay, there we are. Good. And for safe measure, I'm going to put one little piece of 6mm up at the top here, because we don't have a lot of overhang in terms of the tape on the back side here, so I'm just going to reinforce that with a small piece of tape. Okay, and then make sure that tape is pressed down on all sides. And there we go. All right, so that piece is now all taped off. That's ready for secondary paint. Easy peasy. All right, let's get this one taped up. This, again, should be very simplistic. So we're going to use a bit of 10mm on each side. And realistically, we just need 2 pieces of tape that's accurate. And then the rest is just kind of to cover up and protect the part. And we're just going to wrap this right around the piece to protect it. And just keep moving forward with all this masking that we're doing. And there we go. I mean, there's the real complex part about this whole piece. Those 2 pieces right there, which weren't that complex. So, but now, like I said, we just need to wrap the piece, and I'm just going to use a big old piece of 18mm and just kind of see if we can get a good wrap on this. It's not too bad. I don't like the little bit up here. I think that needs a little bit more protection, but obviously the bottom part here is perfectly fine. So, not too bad. Okay. We'll just, we'll reinforce what needs to be reinforced and, go from there. It's not a science, masking. It's not. It's just get it done, more or less. It's a chore. It's a chore. All right. So that's good there. Ooh. See, look, it did it again. Damn thing. Did it again. All right, stay closed, you. Okay. All right, so we're just getting that top edge, a little bit more protection there from the paint and stuff like that, and just wrapping that right around there. All right, so now we've got that little bit that we're painting. It's all wrapped pretty good. The inside is looking good. The outside is looking fine. All the edges are nicely protected. We're in good shape, right? I don't care if a little bit of paint gets on the inside of there because you're never going to see it. So, in my opinion, that's perfectly fine. And this piece is ready for the paint bin. All right. Let's get caught up real quick, yeah? Let's see. Michael Lawson says, I'm thinking of converting one of my Stein kits into a death scythe. Not sure if I want to commit to that or not. Go for it. Sounds interesting to me. Let's see. Manny says, yo, just do it, Dawson. Dawson? Okay. Michael Dawson. My bad. 3 stars with us. What's up, dude? He says, yo. Ritus Access over there. Okay, I'll do the basic design I want. Thanks for the advice. You're welcome, man. Let's see. Manny says, I misplaced my ninja whip. What? How did you misplace it? Oh, man, you better find it. Michael Dawson says, I guess the next question would be, which one? The NT version or the Verka? I personally like the Verka because of its angular design, but that's just me. Thomas Staden, he's over there on YouTube. He says, I love violent superhero lore, EX, example Powers, Invincible, The Boys. He says, I used to fuck with Marvel until they drank the PC Kool-Aid. I'm done with Marvel. Y'all can't have it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't know. I still like the MCU. I still dig it. It's still fun. Julio says, what up, stupid? What's up, Julio? Manny says, I'll find it tomorrow. That's fair. That's fair. Julio, you have my daughter saying stupid. I hope you understand that. I hope you're proud of yourself. She constantly goes around here saying, don't be stupid. With a T. Very New York. Stupid. Now, mind you, I say it too, but it's besides the point. I blame you. George says, hey, Julio, how did the interview go? You had an interview? What? What kind of interview, stupid? Did you show him your nuts? These are my nuts. He's a smart kid. Yeah, she's not too bad. She's not too bad. All right. Let's get to this part next. And get these straps here done up here. Is this 10 millimeter? Yeah, a little bit of wiggle room between there, but that's about 10 millimeters. So we're gonna start there, and we're gonna get a nice, decent sized piece of 10 millimeter. And we're just going to wrap the entire piece. Just like that. And we'll get another piece of 6 mil and just kind of pad out the other side here. There we go. And basically this is just kind of a wrapping job here with this particular piece, because it's just wrapping right around the armor and everything. It's not difficult. It's just straightforward, and it's just, yeah, masking at its most classic. Yeah. Let's see. Julio says it went doo-doo. They were offering $35 a year. Wait, what? For what position, Julio? What kind of position? Doggy? Missionary? Hucklebuck? What? What are we doing? I'm sure it was a graphic, maybe 3D design position. Probably, I would guess. But yeah, what position are they trying to screw you over on there, good old Julio? Let us know. Stupid. Production art. Yeah. Oh, screw that, man. So many people are, and this is the sad thing. Creatives are getting fucked right now because nobody wants to pay for good art because they think they can get away with the Canva special, right? Sorry, boo-boo. That Canva shit ain't gonna cut it. Nah. Mock-ups for promotional product. Yeah, dude. Now, $35 a year. Take a walk, man. That's some bullshit. Seriously, everybody wants the Canva special. Everybody's like, I can do that on Canva. No, you can't. No. No, no, no. You can't. Because designers have the eye and the experience. Julio, maybe that's what you should do. Do your own thing. You know? Like we've told you to do time and time again. But seriously, Julio, you can make some good money doing Canva templates and stuff like that. Just saying, dude. Use the Canva bullshit against people, you know what I mean? Make money off of it. I've been thinking about it, honestly. Honestly, I hate the 9 to 5 thing. I really, really do. Even though I got a really good job, and I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, but just, I don't know, something about it. I just I want to make my own future. You know what I mean? Let's make NFTs. I've looked into it. You think I'm lying? I've looked into it. I don't know. I'm not sold on them, dude. I'm not sold on them. The whole minting and pricing and everything like that, there's a lot of hidden costs that they don't tell you about, you know, before you go into it. There's like minting fees and transaction fees and listing fees and this fucking fee and that fucking fee and all of it. It's a nah. I honestly don't see it being sustainable. That's just my opinion, you know. I don't see it being sustainable. But hey, who am I, right? Yeah, Manny says, bro, don't even start. Yeah, NFTs, yeah, don't even. Nah, it's not worth it, dude. Not worth it. Yeah. That's the third time tonight that's happened. I'm about to throw this 18mm tape at the wall. I'm about to. You son of a bitch. Now, a smart man, after the first time, would have done this. Smart man would have done this. Oh man. Anyway, I digress. We move on. Lick our wounds and save it for another day. Anyway, all right. So, trying a little bit something different on this side of this part. Instead of that whole big 10mm piece, I am going to try a couple of 6mm pieces so that the overlap isn't as nearly as close to the strips, right? It's a bit farther away. It's in the in the middle of the part more, so that the tape thickness isn't as bad closer to the detail that I'm trying to mask. Hopefully that makes sense. Because I'm trying to concentrate on masking and talking at the same time, and it doesn't always work. Doesn't always work. Michael Dawson's got a question.
We have a question.
He says, why haven't you used tape to keep it together? Fuck you, Michael. Fuck you very much. Jerk. Zero Kai. What's up, Nathan? He says, damn, those are some words that Tim said you should not Google. What I missed I was kit bashing. Oh man, nothing much. We're just masking and stuff. Yeah. He says you still use that tape container. LOL, scrub through that shit out. It's so fragile. Not anymore. Now that I've got the $2 special on it. Solid. George says, good night, Tim, and all. Good stream. Hey, thank you, George. We're still going a half an hour, but you got a 6 a.m. stream tomorrow, so good luck, buddy. Have a great night, and thank you for watching. All right. Continuing on. Yep, we got a half hour. We can get through. We might be able to get through these parts. I don't know. We're going to try. Let's put it that way. We're going to try. So, for those of you that have tuned in a little bit later, we are going a little late tonight. We're going another half hour because started the stream a half hour late because the kid and I had to run to the grocery store to see if they had a measuring tape for her. So, you know, it is what it is. Good dads do those things. Okay. Looks good there. Ah, come on. But Julio, like I was saying, dude, get yourself start a little side hustle. Start making some cash on the side. You know, never know what it can happen, right? Never know what you could do. I don't think NFTs are the way to go because not everybody's gonna make $1 million on NFTs, but like I said, you start doing some templates and stuff like that for Canva or, you know, whatever. You know, design a font. If it's cool and if it, you know, people find value in it, dude, it's a digital product. You work on it once, you make money ad infinitum on it. Come on, man. I thought you're from New York. I thought your hustle game was strong. Get on it, stupid. He ain't even watching, is he? Probably playing Monster Hunter or some shit on Switch right now. Probably talking to nobody. Well, 27 of you at this point, but still. Moral of the story is being a designer or some sort of creative person right now fucking sucks. Like I said, I'm lucky that I have my position, but it's not easy out there for a lot of creative folks. It's not. It's not at all. Shit. There we go. All right. So Trying to get them benefits and a 401k. Dude, that's cool and all. I get it. But, you know what? Do you need them? Is that the end all be all? You know what I mean? Is it? Is it the end all be all? I understand the security and everything like that, but shit, most of us thought we had security going into 2020, right? Then the shit hit the fan and half of us are unemployed, right? Just saying. I'm just saying, dude. Like, the hustle game isn't that bad. And it's all about the amount of work you want to put into it too, you know? Michael Dawson says, I have a 401k. I have a 401k from when I used to work at Comcast. It's got a decent amount of money in it, but I haven't been contributing to it for like 10 years. It's just basically been sitting and growing. Which, you know, is nice, but still. Alright. So we're going to start by doing the inside of this piece here. And then we'll go about the outside. Michael Dawson says, I have a 401k and benefits, but no friends with benefits. Hey. Gotta get you one of those, Mike. Get you one of those. I mean, I don't have that either, but I'm just saying. Just saying. All right. So there's that. That's a nice 10 millimeter piece tape right there. And we'll do the same thing to the other side here. And Julio, I mean, like, have you ever thought about doing, you know, putting your services out there on, like, Fiverr and stuff like that? Like, people can make some freaking amazing money on there. I've actually been looking into Fiverr a little bit for a side project that I'm kind of working on, mostly for work, but still, it you know, it seems like it can be extremely lucrative if you show dedication to it and you stick at it and you do, you know, quality work. Just saying. That didn't lay down as nearly as nice as I had wanted. So we're going to pull that piece up a little bit and relocate. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Zero Kai says, LOL, when the government tells you your business is not essential, LOL, dumb fucks, every business is essential. Keeps people not poor, you stupid. Brandon says, freelance work and a Roth IRA. You know what I mean? Sparion, how about put some tape on the dispenser? Sparion, are you Sparion, I don't know if you're watching on a delay or not, but yeah, we did that. we, we did that. I figured that out after the fact, but yes, we did that. It's funny, but yeah. Ay. But yeah, you know, like Julio, for real, like I've been looking into ways kind of to make my money work better for me, you know? So like investing and stuff like that, like stocks and all that. And not like, you know, your Wolf of Wall Street style stocks or anything like that. Nothing crazy. You know, your ones that make a legitimate growth year in and year out, you know? I've kind of been thinking about maybe doing something like that because you know, you build up enough of a portfolio, and those dividends, they can start to be decent. You know what I mean? They can start to be decent. I'm not gonna say you're gonna be Warren fucking Buffett or anything like that, but hey, anything's better than nothing. And then if you need that money back, you just sell the stocks and you're good to go. You might have even made a sweet profit on those stocks. There we go. These little bastards are kind of a pain to mask, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see, Zero Kai says, I made all my money into digital currency today. God, why? Nathan, I'm sorry, buddy, but I think that's probably a terrible idea. Just saying. There's really nothing proven about that market yet. It's so volatile. You're up 1 minute, you're down the next. You know? I'm just not I'm not sold on it. And I'm gonna stay away from it as far as possible for right now. Until that shit stabilizes and shows a lack of volatility. Nah, not about it. Not about it. Sam L says, I've made about 300 in the last 10 months or so just investing little bits. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's a good, you know, it's a good, safe, healthy return. Right? I mean, you're not going to set the world on fire unless you have, you know, millions of dollars to invest, but little bits here, little bits there, it can hurt, you know? And you know, you take that 300, and if you can, put that back into more investments, and you just kind of, you know, you grow your portfolio a little bit more. And honestly, I'm really, like, after I get moved and everything, I'm really thinking about kind of putting my money to work, you know? And really kind of thinking about diversifying, you know, my my income a little bit more, because if this past year and a half has taught us anything, it's, you know, don't fully rely on the 9 to 5, you know? And if you're diversified in your income streams, then you're going to be better off, because I hate to say it, this shit will probably happen again. It may not necessarily happen in our lifetime, but it's going to happen again at some point. Mark my words. Yeah, Julio, for real. Julio's like, yeah, I got to get a hustle going, make art for people. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like, Julio, I know you were into 3D modeling and stuff like that, and I know you're into art and all that stuff. Make digital products. Don't make one-off art for people. You're never gonna get value in that. Make digital products that people can buy and buy and buy and buy and buy, right? Fonts. Pretty good money in it, from what I've seen, right? Templates, all sorts of stuff on there. You know, shit, you can make stupid backgrounds and all that stuff. You can make icons and for, you know, your iPhones. There's going to be some sort of idiot out there that's going to want to buy doo-doo icons, you know? Like, come on. Brother, you can do it. You've got the talent. You just need the discipline. Just need the discipline. I know somebody in the near future is going to be like, yo, I wish they made doo-doo icons for my iPhone. And then that person's going to look up, like on Creative Marketplace or Envato or something like that, or Pond5 or whatever, and be like, yo, these doo-doo icons are dope. I'm gonna buy these. They're $5, easy money, boom. Bought. And say they take 30%, you get what out of that $5? You get like $3.75, something like that. Just saying. Oh, fuck you, Craig. You asshole. I fucking love Craig, man. He says, just steal an idea and produce that. You motherfucker. That's the funniest shit I've seen all day. Oh, fuck you, Craig. I needed that. Oh, shit. That's funny, dude. Oh, you fucker. But hey, no, for real, Craig, I'm proud of you, son. Like, you took an idea, and I'm not saying like you stole it or anything. I've just been giving you shit about it. But you know, you improved an already awesome idea. Let's put it that way, right? You took it and improved upon it. That's commendable shit, okay? And I'm super proud of you, for real, for real. But still funny. Still funny. Still fucking funny. Let's see. Brandon says, I put 300 into Dodge and I'm sitting around 2K to 2,500. I view it like going to the casino. Money I'm willing to use. See? Yeah. Yeah. Sam L says, I wish I would have bought more stock in AMC when it was super low. Right? Sam L says, try Fiverr or whatever it is called. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Thomas Staten, the reason why I'm trying to learn how to make statues. Bleh. What am I reading? Yeah, dude, and that's the thing. Like, if you can diversify your income streams, man, you're going to be set for the future, dude. Like, because, say, for instance, if one fails, you're not shit out of luck at that point. You know what I mean? If one fails, you just be like, oh, okay, cool, no problem. Then I just gotta up my game on the rest of my hustles, you know? Like, No big deal. I gotta make that work for me now. You know? And I'm not just, I'm talking to Julio for the most part, but I'm not just talking to Julio. I'm talking to all y'all out there. Diversify your shit, man, because seriously, like, you saw me when I was laid off last year. I really didn't know what I was gonna do, and I just jumped into streaming full time, and made the most of it. And I think if the circumstances were a bit different, obviously, shit, who knows? Who knows? So, yeah. Let's see. Peter Falford says, "Damn, just made me look at my IRA. Imagine if I had invested in something than a doo-doo 2040 fund." The doo-doo fund, hey. Kevin Brandon says, do 3D stuff so guys like me will buy it and learn to 3D print a figure. See? Zirkai says, "Hey, someone has to tell us to make bad decisions, so might as well be be Craig, right?" No, Craig's awesome, man. Michael Dawson says, "Got to start my laundry later, everyone." Oh, I know, Mike. I've been doing laundry here today as well, so trust me, I know the pain. But good luck. Peter Falford says, "Always remember, it's not what you make, it's what you keep." That's right. That's fucking right. So, like, I don't know if I think I told you guys last one of the last couple streams, but I made a font, and I mean, is it the best font in the world? No. Is it pretty cool? Yeah, it is pretty cool. And I'll use it on Mecha Decals, and then that way I don't have to worry about, hey, am I potentially using this font without a license or something like that. And mind you, I don't do that. I don't use fonts without licensing and stuff like that. And I've bought several fonts to use on Mecha Decals and stuff like that. I've spent $50 on a font that was really awesome, and you guys have seen it many times over on Mecha Decals. And at this point, it's well worth the money that I spent. Well worth it. But yeah, it's like, to people that want to get into kind of the art hustle and stuff like that, man, and make digital products, like fonts, templates, if you're into music and stuff, you can make musical tracks for stock sites and stuff like that. Hell, I mean, you could do sound effects and Foley effects and stuff like that. Like all that stuff. That's just like, you do it once, you mix it once, you make it once, and then it's out there. It's you make money on it ad infinitum. It's just like on like YouTube, like you monetize a video, and over the years it gets seen by more and more people. You continually make ad revenue on that. Now, and mind you, like, ad revenue on YouTube is shit, but still, it's still a form of income. Just saying. Yeah. Ritus Access says, "I saw that on your Amazon list there is a compass. Do you use it to make symmetrical scribing?" Okay, so let's see here. The compass, where's the list? Let me open up the list here. Ooh, we're almost done. Um, let's see. Let's scroll down. Tools for scale modeling. That's not what I wanted. Son of a bitch. That's what I wanted. Okay, so the compasses that are on there, Riotous, are, let's see, which ones do I have on there? It's this little guy right here, this one here, and oh, and by the way, this one's ready for the paint bin. It's all taped up. That's ready to go. But let's see. Whoop. This little guy here, and then this big boy here, right? Now this is a you know, your traditional compass, right? It comes with lead and everything like that, but it also comes with three pins, three needles here. So I have I actually have the two of the needles mounted in here, and what I use this for is actually precise measuring, right? So say for instance, I have to measure, you know, between 2 points on a part, right? So like I have to measure the width of this panel line here, right? So what I'll do, put one needle on the end there, and then right there, and that's the measurement I need, right? So then with that measurement locked in to this compass, then I can take it and, you know, get a piece of plastic, you know, if I need to measure that, I can just kind of quickly score that, and that's going to give me, you know, a nice straight line. Obviously you guys can't really see that very well, but trust me, there's a light score in there. Ooh, almost had it. You can kind of see it there, right? Kind of in the highlight, but that gives me a precise, nice measuring tool, and that's what I use this for mostly, right? This big boy right here, again, is used for measuring, but a much beefier and bigger, you know, much larger distances than what this little guy can do. This is a true measurement. This is a divider, right? Because this doesn't have, you know, collapsible or replaceable pins or lead or anything like that. That's just solid metal, and its main purpose is for measuring, right? You know, you can also, if you really wanted to, I mean, you could definitely scribe in a large circle into something, and then follow that up, you know, with some chisels or something like that. But this guy is strictly for measurement and stuff, and it's actually in some ways, you know, better than the little compass, because with the little compass down to there, that's the minimum distance that you can measure with this little compass, right? Which is about 3 millimeters apart. But with this, I mean, you can definitely get down to absolute zero with this, or very very tight tolerances. So, you know, it's pretty good in that consideration. This is much bigger than the little blue compass, but and I like the little blue compass better for just kind of everyday measurements. But I mean, you can see how wide that thing goes, and honestly, you can make a circle, you know, double that, you know, in diameter. But you know, these are what I use these compasses for. So you know, they both have their pros and cons and their purposes and stuff. But you know, if I had to spend the money, I'd probably spend it on this little guy, this little Mr. Pen compass. This is actually a really nice little compass for how cheap it is. It's like $5 on Amazon, right? And it really works well, and I'm actually really very happy with this little guy. So, yeah, that's what the compasses on there are for. They're more measuring tools than drawing or plotting or anything like that. Now, mind you, another use that I just kind of remembered here. What happened here? You can also use this to make curved scribes on parts, right? So say if the part here, let me show you. So say if the part has, you kind of see this like, curve here. It's not sharp. You can take this and extend one needle down, and say you wanted to do an outline scribe around this, you can just follow that contour around and just do an initial scribe in there. And you go over that a few times or something, and that'll give you a nice, parallel to the edge scribe line, a perimeter line. And then you can come back in there with your chisels and stuff too, and flatten that out and make that look really, really nice. So there's a lot of uses for compasses in what we do. Yeah, for $5, worth the money, I'd say. Worth the money. Worth every penny, really. So, yeah. So, all right, kids. That's gonna do it for us tonight. We'll be back here on Friday. Mechanism is this Friday, so come on back and watch that. That should be fun. It always is. Yeah, so if you are interested in any of the tools and materials that we work with here on a nightly basis, like the little compass, or hey, even this crap, to me, a tape dispenser that falls apart every time. You can get that here on the Amazon link below here in the description. I do get a bit of a commission based off the stuff that you buy, but it does not increase the cost for you. It just goes to help out what we do here. If you are interested in getting one of the classic Chowda Mecha tees, man, go hit up www.chowdamecha.com. Hit the store button up at the top. You will find this shirt and many more. Just like, hey, Manny found it. He says, yay, I found it. Nice. Sorry. Anyway, a Mecha Decal insignia line, the Ace Pilot series, hats, prints of my work, all sorts of fun stuff in there. So go load up. And then if you really want to show your support and you have the ability to do so, man, go check out the Chowda Mecha Patreon. A lot of cool stuff going on over there. Giveaways, hangouts, exclusive posts, more pics over there of the work that we do than what makes it to the normal social media channels. And yeah, fun stuff all the time. So if you have the ability to do so and the inclination, man, go show your support for what we do here on the Chowda Mecha Patreon. And then lastly, if you are interested in kits, tools, paints, accessories, Mecha Decals, sheets 1, 2, and 3 are in stock and shipping now for soon. Right down here at USA Gundam Store, Adam and the fine folks down there will definitely have what you need. So, like I said, we're going to be back here on Friday for an episode of Mechanism. We're going to hang out and have some fun. Yeah, come on back for that. We'll jump back on this on Monday, hopefully. Hopefully. I'll have a little bit more done, maybe some tape peeled and stuff like that, maybe getting on to the third color series and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see. I do have a very, very busy weekend planned to have ahead of me. My father's going to be in town, so yeah. Anyway, come on back for Mechanism on Friday, and man, have a great rest of your night. Have a wonderful Thursday. Be safe out there. Use some common sense, but most of all, go build something cool. All right? See you guys. Take care.